Alright guys, goal setting. Quick tip. Goal setting is going to be your biggest aid or downfall when it comes to getting anywhere close to achieving any goals that you have inside the gym, outside the gym, in your personal life, business or athletics. So the first thing to remember is there is no such thing as a bad goal, a stupid goal or a silly goal. There's just a goal. Now, depending on what your goal is, what your starting point is, and what your end result is going to be, depends whether that goal is applicable to you or not. So for example, my goal is to win the CrossFit Games. The goals I'm going to put in place that go below that main goal, that are going to form the actions that I need to take, would be detrimental to someone who is just looking to enjoy CrossFit as a recreation and achieve some body composition improvements and some fitness composition improvements, or maybe rehab or etc. And vice versa, the goals that they would set are going to be detrimental to my performance in the CrossFit Games were I were to follow them. So, your goals, you don't need to tell anyone your goals. Alright, and this is how you need to structure them. It needs to be your overall goal. Now, this can be a goal that is set down the line. It might be a 5-year, 10-year goal. Now, you need to structure that back to a daily, maybe you need an hourly goal. Now it depends on what sort of follow through you have and what sort of person you are. If you're someone who can stick to a task months at a time without needing checkups and daily motivation, then you might only need a weekly, monthly or half yearly, yearly goal. If you are someone who, now this is where you need to be very honest with yourself, fails more than they succeed in terms of setting goals and achieving them, or coming up short, you need to be aware that you can set goals for every single hour. Every single action you take, you can set goals, and you can also set rewards for achieving those goals. Now it may seem super silly, and this is why sometimes it's good to just do this personally, because you're building a feedback loop in your life and in your brain where you are encouraging yourself to achieve goals and then rewarding yourself when you achieve them. Now that might be super basic and it may seem super stupid to start with. Say like I have a goal for in a 1 hour, I'm gonna reward for that. Might seem really silly, but getting that validation and actually setting it as a task to do, as a goal, you create, rather than just I'm going to work and I'm going to have a drink of water every single hour, and you may or may not do it. If you set 8 goals for that day, so 8 hours to have a drink once every hour, you do it, you check them off a list and you reward yourself for that, whatever the little reward is. What you're doing is you're creating an actual structure and an actual program to follow, just like a program you'd follow that a coach will write to you in the gym. So the hour comes around, your phone goes off or your watch goes off, whatever it may be, you tick it off and you reward yourself. The next hour comes around, you repeat the process. What you're doing is you're building a feedback loop in yourself that when you achieve something, 1, you can achieve it, 2, you get a reward from it, and 3, just by making it into a physical habit of recording that goal, ticking it off, you build a habit in your brain. You build a reward system in your brain, and it actually feels good. Just like when you complete a workout at the gym, people take photos of it, you post your result, because you've actually achieved, you've taken something that's mental and bring it into the physical world, and now you've crossed it off. And there's something about that that makes achieving things very powerful, and a lot more powerful than just giving yourself a mental recognition of something that you never actually wrote down. It's the same theory behind when you're super angry at someone, writing them a letter and never sending it. Right, journaling, all that sort of stuff, because actually bringing something from the mental into the physical world is something very powerful about that. So let's expand on that. So now you got your daily goal or your monthly goal. They all need to be intuitive of working towards that overall goal, right? So that goal is to lose 20 kilos, that goal is to make $1 million, that goal is whatever it may be, to go on a holiday, to complete an RX workout, to get your first muscle up. How far can you break that down? So let's use a muscle up as an example. If I want to do a muscle up, what are the 2 movements I know I need to be able to do? 1, I need to be able to do a strict chest to bar pull up. 2, I need to be able to do a strict ring dip. If I can't do those things, I'm probably not going to be able to do a muscle up on the rings, strict or kipping, right? So they're the 2 major things I need to learn how to do. What do I need to do to do a chest to bar and a ring dip? Can I do a supported object dip, like a straight bar dip? Can I do an unsupported chest to bar strict? Can I do an unsupported pull-up strict? Can I do a ring dip from fully extended arms and scapula to thumbs to my chest strict with my feet up on a box? If yes or no, now there's going to be a process of elimination for everyone. It's going to be slightly different. What do I need to break that down? Okay, if I can't do a chest to bar, can I do a pull-up? Yes? No. If I can do a pull-up, what do I need to be able to do to go from a pull-up to a chest to bar? If I can't, can I do a ring dip? What do I need to do to try to go for a ring row? From a ring row to an unassisted pull-up. Do I need bands? Do I need accessory work? Etc. And now, once you identify the path, you have your major milestones, which become your goals that you put in place as like milestone goals. So chest to bar is a goal, pull up is a goal, unassisted ring row might be a goal. Okay, you see following me? Now what do I need to do to break that down even further? Can I add some low volume grip strength in there? Like, can I hang from a bar long enough to be able to kip and then do a pull up or do a muscle up? Do I have the scapular strength? Do I have the bicep strength? Do I have the chest strength? Do I have the shoulder strength, tricep strength? What's lacking? How do I get a program to build that up? Now I've got all these things in place. Now I can search out individual means to build up those weaknesses. So for example, you might need some isolation work on your triceps, you might need some isolation work on your biceps, whatever it may be. Now I can get a program. From there you get a whole another set of goals. How many times a week do I need to train that? What reps, what weights, etc. So you can see from that original goal of a muscle up, we can now create, depending on the type of person you are, 3 or 4 goals, or up to like 50 different goals from a day-to-day basis of following a program and making sure that before you go in for your CrossFit class you do your isolation work, or you follow your program or whatever it may be, to hitting those milestone goals of, alright, I've been doing my isolation work now for 4 weeks, now it's time to test. And I've been doing my isolation work, my accessory work, I can now do a strict ring dip, or I can do a ring dip with 1 less band, something along those lines. Alright, so you check them off day to day, you feel good about it, you got your accessory work in every single day for the last month. That alone, you check those goals off, you report it to your coach, whatever, maybe your gym uses some sort of app where you can log that accessory work. That's going to make you feel good, like you're achieving something, you're making progress toward your goal. Then your milestone goal happens and you have a bigger reward. Now you're building confidence in yourself to set much bigger goals okay? And also, you're helping yourself get through the mundane work that everybody doesn't like to do. Like, nobody likes doing isolation work and all the boring accessory work that doesn't really do anything, doesn't really feel like it does anything for you, right? You just like, it's not really that hard, it's just time consuming. And if you don't have these little milestone goals in place, then it can feel like nothing ever is achieved from that. So these little milestone goals and these little daily goals, might be hourly goals, whatever it may be, you're hitting so many different reward systems there, building confidence in yourself so you can set bigger goals like, I want to go to regionals, or I want to, whatever it may be, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, by learning how to set simple goals and also reward yourself for them. Be consistent with them. All the things that are going to be the building blocks of a successful person or a champion. Knowing how to reward yourself, knowing how to be consistent, knowing how to do the boring stuff. And this is just one example of how you can goal set and be super specific with it to help your self-confidence, to help your longevity, to help you have more fun in the gym whilst you're improving. Alright, that's goal setting. Just touching on it, we could go way more in depth than we will in the future.